guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sydney if you're new here. I am a middle school Spanish teacher. This year is going to be my first full year teaching Spanish. I got hired at the school that I'm teaching at back in January, right before this whole COVID-19, the pandemic situation started. So I taught for the entire spring semester, the first 3 months obviously in the school, and then the last few months outside of the school doing virtual learning. And now this year I'm going back. In this video I wanted to share with you my teacher bag and all the things that I have inside of it. As a newer teacher, I felt like it was a good idea for me to share what's in my bag, because I've gone through the process of carrying a bag and doing the absolute most, doing the absolute least, finding what works for me, what I think is the best, really bringing the essentials and nothing more. Because what I want to tell to the new teachers is that you think you need all of these things, you think that your bag must be overflowing, you need a massive bag, or you need a backpack, or you need a rolling cart, or X, Y, and Z for whatever situation. And I just want to tell you what I've learned throughout my time teaching, and what's changed, what things are still the same. And yeah, I will leave links to everything that I have below in the description box, links to everything that I can find at least. And yeah, so if you want to know what's in my bag, just keep on watching. Also, give this video a like if you liked it, if you found this helpful. In the comments below, leave any ideas or things that you'd like to know. Any video ideas that you want to see from me, anything that I can help you out with. And make sure to subscribe to stay up to date with all the things that I post and to keep up with me on my teaching journey. So let's get started. So first I'm just going to show you my actual bag, my teaching bag. It is this bag right here. It is a nice tote. It is quite full at the current moment, but it's from Target. I know this bag, they're not really selling it anymore. I don't know when it came out, but like, I know they're not selling it anymore. I got mine on like super duper like clearance sale. I got there was 2 in the store, and I got one of the last 2 obviously, and it was $8 and like 95 cents or something like that. And so I'm not sure if you can find it still in your store, but I might be able to link something that's like it down below, but just look down there to check it out if you're interested. So I'm just gonna jump right into the things that I have in here. So the first thing I have obviously is my laptop. This is the school provided laptop that they give all the teachers. That's just basic. I need that every day. I do not have the charger for the laptop in this bag, because I have a charger at my house for when I'm at home working, obviously at the end of the day, so I can charge my laptop before I go to work the next day. But then I also have a charger in my cubicle. That's another thing. I'm actually a floating teacher, so I travel. I don't have my own classroom because my school is I work in a pretty big school, but we have a lot of teachers and a lot of students, and for all those students we have lots of teachers, so we have too many teachers for the amount of classrooms that we have. So I actually am a floating teacher, so I travel and I float between different classrooms in the school. And my like home base, if you want to call it, is in the teacher workroom, where we have different like cubicles for some of the floating teachers. So I do have one of those, and that's where I keep my charger to this laptop in the school, and then some of my other teacher things. If you guys want to see what's in my teacher cubicle, let me know, and then I can film one of those for you as well. But that's the first thing that's in my bag. Another thing that's not quite always going to be in my bag, but something that I always have on me, is my mask. And that's just a standard like black cloth mask, because I mean that's just what I had in my house and what I've been wearing. And then I also have my teacher ID, my lanyard, and then my keys for the school, for the building, the classrooms, and then my cubicle keys. And so it's just this cute little lanyard. I'm not sure if you can see it very well, but this is what it looks like. I can link it down below. I got it from an Etsy shop. I don't remember what the name of the shop was, but I can link it down below for you if you want to see it. It's actually super duper cute. And next in here, we'll go by like order of importance, I guess. So I just have this notebook right here. This is where I keep all of my lesson plans, my ideas, different worksheets, and like master copies with like answer keys, and then I keep a blank copy just in case I have to make, you know, copies for the kiddos or something like that. And I don't really think I'm gonna be using this to like obviously make copies because all of the kids are at home and it's virtual learning and stuff, but it's nice to have like a paper copy, for me at least, of what I'm doing, my lesson plans. This is also going to help me for when I'm recording content for my students. I have like a physical piece of paper and a notebook to write down like what I need to say, what I need to cover, the notes that I have to go over, whatever the situation may be. But everything I need is in this notebook, and this notebook is one of the, this specific one is the tool, which you can find at Office Max and Office Depot, and then I also have other ones, which are the ARC ones, which you can find at Staples, but I'll link both of them below. They're great notebooks. So I have that in there, and then I also have this planner. I got this from Barnes & Noble. It's actually, I love this planner because it's very, very small. It's slim. It's not one of those massive ones. I used to get the ones with, you know, that were like super thick, that had all the rings and everything. But in this one, it's just so simple and understated. I feel like I don't need too much out of it. It has a nice like monthly view, so you can see the full month of the calendar. And then it has a weekly view, and it has just enough space for me to write down any like big things that are happening. It has a space for to-do lists. If you're looking for a super like understated notebook, or I mean planner, it comes with stickers. Like, this is a great one. It's super convenient, small, fits right in my bag, weighs no weight at all. I just like this, and so I use this as a way to obviously track like meetings and stuff. If we have like PLC meetings or faculty meetings or anything like that, I'll write that down. But it's also great. I use the monthly part to write down like mass or like bigger objectives for my lesson plans. Like, oh, I know unit 1 starts on this date, unit 1 ends on this date, the different quizzes, and I can just map things out easily with my planner. So that way when I'm planning my lessons and stuff, I can just refer back to this notebook that I can always keep on me because it weighs nothing. You hear me saying weight a lot in this video, but you should note, especially if you're a floating teacher and you're gonna have to carry all these things around. I have to go up and down the stairs, so I don't have a cart because, you know, it doesn't fit within my lifestyle as a teacher. So having a bag that's super nice, easy, and lightweight is going to be your saving grace, because there's nothing worse than climbing upstairs in the middle of the bell changing schedule with all of these kids running around beside you screaming and talking, and then your bag is 900 pounds and your shoulders hurt and all that kind of stuff. So when I say get things that are essential and light, that is why. But next in here, this obviously won't be here for the entire year, but just whatever book I'm reading, I'm just going to throw it in there. And if I have time, which usually isn't a lot of time, but like if there's ever like a slow point in the day or something's happening, or on my lunch break if I just want to like take the lunch, do a little bit of nothing, I'll just read a book. I've been loving to read recently. So right now, what I'm reading is I Thought It Was Just Me, But It Isn't, by Brene Brown. It's a book on shame and dealing with it and growing shame resilience. It's actually a really, really good book. I would recommend it. It's great on building emotional intelligence, which I think is really important as a teacher as well. Understanding shame and how it affects you also helps you learn how it affects other people, and especially with your students, they're at such an age where they're being influenced by so many different things and so many different outlets, and any little thing could be something that could make your student feel whatever. And depending on what age you teach, they might not be, you know, able to cope with that or deal with that, or they might not have the emotional intelligence to work through whatever they're feeling. So learning about that helps you kind of start to realize what you can do in those situations to help your students out. And I think that's great. So it's a book, it's definitely a personal development book, and it's, you know, personal for you, and it can develop you, but it's also something that you can then turn around and bring into your classroom as well. So I just thought that was an interesting book, and I'm going to finish reading that. And then next, obviously I have my wallet. It's really tiny, also from Target. Hand sanitizer, this is a really big thing, but this is going to go in my cubicle, so that I just have this there. So this isn't always going to be in my bag. This is just here until I can bring it to where it goes in my school. And then what's next? My keys. I keep my keys separate. I have my car key and then my house keys. I keep them separate because I work out a lot, and it's easier to just carry one piece of the key depending on where I am. So like if I'm working out in a gym or somewhere, I'll take my car key and I'll leave my house keys in my car or something. And if I'm going for like a run or walk or bike ride around the neighborhood, I'll leave my car keys in my house, and then I'll just take my house keys and I'll put them in my in the pocket of my leggings, and then I'll just go. But those are my keys. AirPods, because you never know when you're gonna have a moment to just be yourself and do you. And so while you're eating lunch, you can listen to a podcast, listen to some music, watch a YouTube video, but whatever. So I just have my AirPods. And then sticky notes. You'll never know when you need sticky notes. As a floating teacher as well, like, I can't tell you the amount of times where I would be in a classroom and I'd be looking for their like hall passes or like lunch passes or whatever the case may be, and I just can't find them. So I just have sticky notes. Learn that the hard way. Carry sticky notes with you just in case you ever need something, need to write a note to yourself, leave a note for the teacher whose classroom you're in, give a pass to a student, things like that. I think it's always necessary to keep a pack of sticky notes with you. And then I have this bag. I feel like everything in this haul is from Target, but also from Target. And in here I just keep some dry erase markers and some pens and a dry eraser, and then some of the board cleaner just in case a board if I come into a classroom and the board is just really dirty or something, I'll just go ahead and give it a clean. If I leave the board super dirty at the end of the class, then I'll just clean it up really quickly so I can leave the classroom in the way that I found it, because I just think that's respectful. But I just have a few dry erase markers because I've gone into classrooms where you think you have markers, you think you're set, but either the markers are dry or you can't find any, or they're all red and whatever color or something, and it's not going to be helpful when you're trying to differentiate things, when you're making notes on the board or whatever. So I learned to bring my own dry erase markers. And then I have a set of different colored pens, obviously for writing, differentiating things. If I'm grading papers and I want to grade in green that day, then that's what I'll do. All of my students know that I'm super colorful, so depending on how I'm feeling is the color that they'll get that day. Alright, so the last few things I keep in my bag. So my phone, this probably won't always be in my bag. This could be on, the desk or whatever, somewhere near me. I don't go to any of my classrooms actually without the phone. Just so I can keep track of the time if the clock's broken in the classroom, so I don't have to run back to my laptop to see what time it is. I can just tap, see what time it is, and then I keep going on with my lesson or whatever. But I do always keep my phone on me. And then I keep a water bottle, always, constantly. You're talking a lot as a teacher. It's nice to be able to just take a moment, drink some water, breathe. Trust me, your throat, you feel it after a while as you start teaching and stuff. And then So I don't always bring this water bottle, I just bring a water bottle. This one is actually from Starbucks. I don't know if they still have this one. I don't actually think so. I got this, I think, last winter, like over like December or whatever, around that time. Or I'll carry like one of these, and I normally put like my iced coffee or iced lattes in here. I generally make those at home, and then I bring them with me, but I'll link this down below. This is from Amazon, probably one of my favorite purchases. And then obviously a reusable straw. You have to save those turtles, you know. A snack. This is a Nutri-Grain bar, just whatever, something small. Obviously I have a whole separate lunch box that I bring my lunch in, but if you just throw a snack in your bag, that will save you tremendously. I can tell you, even in the few months that I had been a teacher before we started virtual learning, I had forgotten lunch, or I had left it somewhere, or I just didn't have time to run back to the teacher workroom to grab my lunch. And having something just in my teacher bag that always goes with me from classroom to classroom literally saved me and my students. You know the commercial where it's like, oh, you just need like a Twix or something, or you need a, whatever the candy thing is. It's like, you know, where the person ends up acting like a crazy monster, totally not themselves, until they eat their chocolate or whatever it is. That's me without food. So having a little snack, something small that'll just get you through the moment or whatever until your next break or your next few minutes, where you can just go grab another thing from your lunchbox or wherever it may be, or until you can leave school for the day and go get food or whatever. This will save you. I've seen a lot of other teachers actually have a drawer of chocolates or candies or whatever it is that just makes them happy, and they do that as well. And so I think I'm going to actually incorporate that into my cubicle, my office space. And last but not least, I have a bag, a smaller bag in here, and this just has personal items. I have chapstick, I have a tiny little thing of hand sanitizer, which I refill with like massive ones over time. I have some lotion, and then just like some personal items in here that I may need throughout the day, or you never know as a teacher when you're going to be able to find something, or like you just never want to be in that situation. So like you'll keep tampons, things like that, like ibuprofen, keep some Advil, some Tylenol, some Midol, like whatever you might possibly need, you should keep a little bag of it. Like for me, I know I keep Advil in here because it's the only like medicine type thing that I take. I don't really take medicine at all, but if I were to take something, if I were to be in a situation where like I just needed something or like whatever, I'd keep it in this bag so that I'm never in a situation where I don't have it. Because as a teacher, you don't really have those dull moments when you can just sit down and be by yourself and like deal with whatever like physically is happening with you. So always be prepared with that. That's it. That's everything that's in my bag. Thanks for watching. If there's anything in this video that you liked and you wanted to get for yourself, don't forget to check out in the description bar to find the links of everything that I can find that's available online still. If not, I will link something that's similar to it so that you can find it. And I get it, I'm a teacher too, so I understand that price matters. So I'm going to do my best to link what I have, and then if it's something that's a little bit pricier, I'll link a more cost-effective option as well. That way we have options, get the things that you need. And yeah, again, if you like this video, go ahead and give it a like, make sure you subscribe, and then I'll just see you in my next video. Bye.